Since the beginning of FIFA 22, we talk about this game being more about passing, but sometimes you get the feeling that nothing works out. It is fairly easy to blame the game or its mechanics, but have you ever given a thought that you might be doing something wrong? Hi, my name is Khan, also known as Jedi Jester, and today we are going to talk about why you might be struggling with your passing in FIFA 22. Before diving into the video, I want to remind you that if you're looking to improve your FIFA 22 gameplay, then definitely check out our brand new The Guide Plus application. Here, you can find tutorials, structured courses, and quizzes on the topics you most struggle with. You can download the app for free and see for yourself what you can expect from it. If you then enjoy the content, we are still running early bird offers for the premium membership, which will give you full access to all of the lessons and courses, joining our exclusive Discord server, and an opportunity of participating in our monthly group coaching sessions, and much more. By joining now in the early bird phase, you can save 33% or even more on your package, and you can earn an exclusive The Guide Plus Founder Badge. Download the app for free today and take your FIFA 22 experience one step forward. The most common issue with the passing is to only focus on your own player's positionings rather than taking a look at the defender's positioning as well. You're not alone on the pitch, and the opposition isn't going to watch you comfortably pass around while you're trying to build up your own attack. Since the defensive AI is a bit stronger and can cut off the passes much more often this year, either a defender, which is controlled by the AI, will remain in a specific passing lane, or the opposition will predict the possible passing opportunity and get one of their players into the passing lane beforehand. So with that, if you basically try to pass towards an attacker in either one of these scenarios, then you will lose the ball. This is the biggest mistake you do while passing. What you need to do is to observe and understand what the defenders are doing. If there is a defender in between the passing lane, then you cannot force a pass. There is no reason to. If you don't force it and search for another opportunity while protecting the ball, you can hold on to it. If you want to get rid of the defenders who are blocking the passing lanes, then you have to use some of the mechanics that the game offers. Remember, to be able to create the optimal passing lane, you either need to move your player or change the ball's direction. If the passing lane is being held by a defender, simply move forward to get another angle for the pass. This could open up the desired passing lane and could also bring up other passing opportunities since you're exploring the free space. The other way to create an angle is to change the direction of the ball with the help of the skill moves. I personally use the ball rolls a lot when I have to get rid of the defender who is covering the passing lane, and since I am moving the ball away from its current position, another angle appears in short notice. You can also combine both of these methods to create the best outcome. In either way, the defender will lose his positioning and you can complete the pass without any trouble. Just because you want to play the ball faster towards forward, it doesn't mean you can do it immediately without facing that direction first. If you try to do it, you will probably fail and then complain about it. This is a simple rule. Passes which are aimed up to 90 degrees towards your player's right or left are mostly successful, but if you exceed these angles, you will realize how the accuracy of the pass dramatically drops. You cannot simply ignore this. What you need to do here is to control the ball first and then turn your player towards the direction you want to pass the ball so you don't exceed the angles we talked about. You can also do this while controlling the ball first time after you receive a pass. With your left analog stick, simply point out the direction you want to turn while the ball is traveling, but make sure you're not holding the sprint button in order to do it correctly. Controlling the ball while sprinting is going to push the ball out of your feet. The tendency of playing forward or rushing passes have a negative influence on build-ups most of the time. By rushing the pass forward, players can lose the ball easily, they can lose the man advantage, or they give up on the free space in front of them. So, I'm going to give you two rules about this. First, you don't need to pass the ball unless you're under pressure. There will be some situations where the opposition defense is going to be more interested in the other players rather than the player who has the ball, so that gives you some space to work with. If you pass the ball to a player who is manually marked by the opposition, which we also had in the first section of the video, then you will lose it. Don't be afraid to hold on to the ball. If you see the space in front of you and if there is no one to pass to, it's okay, just move towards the space. Since the opponent is counting on your rush decision, moving into the space is going to fail his plan. The second rule, you are not allowed to think that you can pass the ball only towards the forward. There will be times where you will have to pass the ball towards the side or even towards the back to be able to break the opponent, and especially against the players who are parking the bus in the back. There is nothing wrong with the side and back passes. Remain patient and don't push it forward all the time until you find the perfect opportunity. There are some occasions where players want to go for a short pass towards the wingers who are cutting their way in behind the defensive line. But since they are running forward, the pass, which is meant to go for their current whereabouts instead of their running lane, falls short. Or just because players see their attackers running, they give up on the pass and also the free space that the winger can use. There's a really simple way to avoid this. You need to use the R1 or RB button. If you tap the R1 button once facing a player directly or while directing the left analog stick towards his direction, he will cancel his run and come towards your passer. Controlling the players off the ball like this is super important, as these can create a lot of space. Once your player runs into the space, your opponent or the AI itself will most likely try to cover by running back alongside him, and the simple usage of R1 will get your runner back and the space emptied by the defender is going to be available for you. This feature also allows you to control the standing players as well. If you see a passing lane towards the center, but if you're not sure that your driven pass is going to land at the feet of your player, make sure to press the R1 button and call him 1 or 2 steps towards your passer so that he could receive the ball without getting touched by the defenders. You can also make one of your players run by simply using the L1 button. Same as how the R1 button works, point out the player who needs to run into the space, hit the L1 button, and he will throw himself forward into the space in front of him. Last but not least, not being able to adapt yourself to the new game is a huge problem. With every new game, there are stronger and weaker mechanics. If you want to be successful with the game, you need to accept this fact. For example, the normal X passes are really weak in the current state of the game, so you need to find other techniques to go with. But don't you worry, we have already covered the most meta passing styles in one of our other videos. Make sure to study them and most importantly, embrace them so that you become less frustrated and more successful. You can find the link to that video down in the description. So that's it for today's video. Now that you know what not to do with your passing, it is time for you to become better at it. Before closing it all up, we want to ask you the area that you are currently most struggling with in FIFA 22. Make sure to mention it in the comment section below. Who knows, maybe it will be the topic for one of the next videos. We really hope that this video helps you with defining your own mistakes, so if you enjoyed it, feel free to drop a like as a sign of support. Make sure you subscribe to our channel and don't miss any upcoming FIFA 22 tutorials. I'll talk to you on the next video. Until then, take care, goodbye.